A player, then a coach, then an administrator. For some, it's a desired career path, but to be able to stay at the same place throughout those stages of life means that you are truly blessed. No one deserves the title Mr. Pilot more than longtime baseball coach and athletic director Joe Etzel. When he retired from the top job in the University of Portland Athletic Department in 2004, Etzel was the longest tenured athletic director in college sports. But Joe's tenure on the Bluff as athlete, coach, and administrator stretches even further, over 5 decades. And during that time, he saw Pilot athletics grow and change from new sports and facilities to national championships. He started as a 2-sport athlete, playing basketball as well as baseball in the late 50s. Etzel's name is still all over the record books as a pitcher, including highest career win percentage and second lowest career ERA. Joe took over coaching the Pilot program in 1966 and began a 21-year career of excellence. 378 victories make him the winningest coach in UP history. Etzel coached 34 athletes who went on to pro careers, including major leaguers like Ken Daly, Tom Lampkin, and Bill Kruger. When Joe Etzel stepped off the field and focused his attention on administration, he didn't miss a beat. Joe oversaw construction of new facilities, the Childs Center for Basketball, Louisiana Pacific Tennis Center, Harry Marlowe Field for soccer, and a baseball stadium that would eventually bear his name. Etzel expanded the athletic department, adding 12 new sports. His hiring of Clive Charles gave birth to men's and women's soccer programs that have brought home 2 national championships. The Etzel family's purple pride runs deep. Joe, his wife Judy, and their 4 children are all UP graduates, and Joe still is a booster and fundraiser for the school. He also continues to be very active in baseball, attending games, instructing at clinics, and coaching young players of all ages. Mr. Pilot, Joe Etzel. Oh, they call you Mr. Pilot. When somebody says that to you, what do you think about it?
Very proud.
I guess so.
Yeah. I think it was chronicled up there. I started my career there as a 2-sport athlete, and didn't take long for him to cut me in basketball. But I played 4 years of baseball, went out and coached in high school for 5 years, and came back, and it was my whole life.
What was it about baseball, Joe, that really, really fascinated you?
Well, you look at me, I'm 6'6". I look like a basketball player, but basically I grew up in Slabtown, and everybody in Slabtown played baseball, and we lived by Vaughan Street, and I got started in baseball and had some success, and that was it. I loved the sport and made it my life.
But then all of a sudden, you became an administrator, and look what happened out on the Bluff. You were very instrumental in so many things that happened at that school. That really has got to make you feel very good.
Well, I was fortunate too. I mean, we were a small school. We're still not very big, but we played Division I sports, and I started, there wasn't a whole lot there when I was there when we started, but we had some great presidents that had some vision and great boosters and supporters, and you know, we were primed to have some facilities, and you know, I had some great, when I get credit for building things, I had a lot of other people involved, but we were able to build the Childs Center and Merlot Field and baseball stadium, and so I guess I was there at the right time.
You kept that baseball program going, and when there was some construction needed, the field need grass or whatever you're going to do to make up thing, you and your boys went out and did it yourself, right?
Right. The good old Catholic way. No big budget, but yeah, Jim and Tom are 10 years apart in age, so when one got too old, the other one came along. So guys like Pat, when he was there, players, I instilled in them a lot of pride in our facility. So players and my sons and myself basically built that place.
I saw those pictures. That's just a wonderful story. And then they named the field Joe Etzel Field. Wow. I was there that night. You had no idea it was going to happen that night, did you?
No, that was a shock. I mean, that was the night when I retired, and what a great honor that is. I can't even express it. I mean, nothing that I ever expected, and it's a tremendous thing for the university to do.
What about some of the kids and the people that have gone on that you have instructed, that played for you and worked with you? Can you tell any stories at all?
Well, Pat was up here earlier. He was a great player for us, and signed with San Diego and had a very good career. But one of probably our most famous baseball graduate is Ken Daly. He was selected third in the draft. The year the Strawberry was #1. So that brought a lot of acclaim to our program, gave me a reputation as a pitching coach, and brought a lot of people to the university as pitchers. And I think that's I built my program on pitching. And Tom Lampkin, everybody knows him, I think, from the Mariners, and Bill Kruger at the Mariners. Those were the guys that got the big names, but there was a lot of other great kids that played baseball for me that have done a lot of things like Pat has.
If you had to pick out one specific event over your career in sports in your life at U of P, what might that be?
Jeez. That was 39 years, Sean's. Holy cow.
I know. You got to remember one or something, or two.
That would be tough. I mean, we had teams go to the NCAA. That was great. The soccer emergence with Clive was terrific, and to win a national championship for a school of our size, and then to come back after I retired and win another one. I mean, that's unbelievable for a school like us. We're a one AAA school to win the national championship, and Oregon State's won 2, and we won 2. Is there any other school, I don't think, in our state that has done that? So it's a heck of a thing.
Very good, very good. All right. You've been retired a couple of years now.
Yeah,
Do you
retired.
still miss it? Would you like to still go into the office? I know you go out to the games and you put the uni on upon occasion and so forth.
I don't put any uni on.
You don't put the uni on anymore? Thought you did.
They burned it, I think, when I left. But what I miss is coaching, and Pat hit on it right here. I mean, it's a great profession, and that's, even when I was administrator, I missed coaching. But I've told a lot of people that I was proud to call myself a coach. I took the AD's job. Obviously, it meant a little more money for raising 4 kids, and ended up getting out of. I coached along with AD for 16 years, and then I got out of it. But that's the thing I miss most. I mean, I think the message that Pat gave today about coaching, unless you've been a coach, even if you've been a little league coach or whatever, the impact you can have on kids is what's so satisfying. I mean, and wins and losses we all die with those. We all die with those. But when you see what you produced later on, I mean, that's, to me, why I stayed in the profession. And I think this room is full of coaches, and I think they would all say the same thing. So do I miss it? I still get the itch. I mean, I'd love to coach today. Nobody's going to give me a job at 69 years old, but I teased Case wanting to hire me down there as an assistant when he had a job open, but I didn't put my application in. But anyhow, you ask what I miss. I miss being around young people. At the university, it was a great atmosphere, and again, that's what I miss.
Coach, it's time, and you deserve it.
Yeah.
For your determination and all you have done out on the bluff, and for the state of Oregon and for kids everywhere, you are now an official member of the State of Oregon Sports Hall of Fame. Joe Etzel, right here. and you're